Hey guys, so Savage asked me to do a video on the new MultiFlex stand, and for me, I thought the best way to showcase these would be on location. So I rented a studio down in Tribeca, and you can see these guys have this individually adjustable leg here. This is going to allow me to place it in a lot of odd areas, and a lot of these rental spaces are small. So I think this is going to be a good test for this. I called up Marisa. We're going to go down there and do some vintage stuff, so let's head to the space. Right away, this first shot, we kind of are shooting in front of this mirror here. And if you've ever done a shot against a mirror, you know it's really tricky because you want to light the person's face, but they're so close to the wall. So right away, the MultiFlex stand was super useful. You can take that third leg and flip it all the ways up to put it flat against the wall. But because the other legs stretch out in front of you and give you a nice wide base, the stand's nice and sturdy, and I can get the softbox right where I want it. Okay, so once I had the key light on her, which is the most important, I know I wanted to drag the shutter a bit to show this kind of fake window that's in the background of the studio, but it was really bright and didn't give the rest of the room enough light. So I took my other MultiFlex stand and put it up and just bounced the light off the ceiling just to give feel in the overall room. And we basically were getting really nice shots. I was able to shoot through the mirror, I was tethered here, kind of banging out the shots, and I realized with that kind of hot light behind her, it should naturally have some kind of a kicker. Like it should feel like a hair light, and it wasn't really reaching. So I took the smaller stand, the 6-foot stand, and I got it in between these two cabinets that are here and down and kind of balanced it out with my Profoto A1 and kind of gave her a little kiss of light in the back of her hair to give her separation. Okay, so while Marissa's changing into the next outfit, I'm just gonna talk a little bit about the stands. Like I said, they're great for location in my mind because the stands are able to kind of manipulate the legs around. So you can put them on stairs, you can put them on uneven ground, you can get them in tight spaces, and they're still very sturdy. You've got a 10-foot version and a 6-foot version. And I'm always using C-stands in the studio, but lugging C-stands around, it's like next to impossible, right? It takes a lot of effort to bring them around. These, they're in an individual bag. I take each one, as many as I need. They got Velcro wrapped around the legs, keeps it nice and tight, and I can unpack them really quickly and set up wherever I need to. So another cool thing I noticed right away with these is that the 5/8 stud at the top is removable, and you can put it either right at the top or you can put it horizontally. That's going to allow you, like I do with my softbox here, to put the light kind of flat out away from your light stand. This is super useful when you're getting them against walls like this. Another thing they thought of was with the legs being able to kind of balance at different levels and getting everything even, they put a bubble level on the bottom. So when you start to throw your legs out in different directions, you know at least your light's going to be level. So I think Marissa's almost ready. We'll jump into the next shot and we'll see what we get. Okay, so for the second shot, I wanted to do basically a mirror of the first shot. So we're basically what you could see in the background in the first shot, I'm standing in. I'm gonna have Marisa sitting here. There's like a beautiful couch in front, and there's this really cool false window that's showing light in its fluorescent bulbs. And I wanted to use it. I thought this is beautiful light. You can see it on me. But honestly, it's not really enough light for stills, in my opinion. I want to use flash so I can freeze her. So I'm going to use this 3-foot octa, but as you can see, there's not a whole lot of space here. So this is where we're going to be able to use the ability to move the legs around on the MultiFlex. So I've got the 10-foot MultiFlex here, and basically what I'm going to do is we're going to take this leg here. I'm going to put these legs up here and lock this guy down. And then I'm going to stretch this out. And again, there's a bubble level on here, so I'll be able to see when I'm level. Oh, that's pretty good, I'm level. All right, nice. Lock these down. And in this case, I have put the stud back up in the vertical position. We'll throw the light on here.
Conservative on
with the 3-foot octa. I am keeping it up. I didn't want to use a 6-foot stand here. I'm using the 10-foot because I want to keep it up a bit, even though obviously this goes, this is a big thing here. The light is not the same size, so I want to keep it a little bit directionally from above her. I'm going to hide behind it for a second. That should be a good place to start. Now, that's fine and dandy, but for this kind of vintage shot, we definitely want to do like a good separation light. And I'm going to bring my other stand in here. This MultiFlex, this is a 6-footer. And in this one, I'm actually going to use the function of the light to go flat. This is pretty cool here. I can actually bring the leg down which is going to allow me to slide it in under this chaise, right? So you can actually, you can stretch this out to make it more level, but I'm actually going to leave it slightly leaning forward so I can kind of tip it in a bit on her. Because what I want to prevent is any of the light from the softbox kind of hitting the edge of the chaise over here. I want it to kind of just be on her as much as possible. So this is going to get me to come in nice and close
Whatever happened with that
with my
naked,
strip bank. Photographer, did she already do her thing? And this is the 1x3 strip bank. So we'll start here and we'll see what we get as soon as Marisa gets here. The room could be dark. It's here. That's beautiful like that. One more. Cool. So it was looking really good, but the background was a bit dark. So I decided to go with a bit of a longer shutter speed, but then too much of this window light came in and was kind of changing the color pattern on Marisa's face and the clothes and everything. So I decided instead to take my Profoto A1 and put it on my other multiflex, kind of jam it in the corner there, switch the legs up and got it kind of white basketball, a nice spot where it wasn't in the shot, and it was throwing light across the background the way that I wanted it to throw it across, with shadows going in the right direction and the right type of light. So, there we go. All right, so we just finished the third shot. Marisa did a great job as always. And there was a big bee on the wall, so I really wanted to use that because Marisa,
Be cool.
be cool, right? So, and I love the light from it. At first, my first thought was to have like just this warm light wrapping around from the back, but then I realized you lose all the texture in these kind of vintage bulbs that are back there. So what I did was I put the light, the 6-foot stand, the 6-foot multiflex stand right here behind her with an A1 on it. I'm able to get it right up close to the wall, kind of like in the first shot. I did a slightly different configuration where I flipped the stand around so I can get a little more height on it. And I've got it behind her kind of causing this like kind of almost surreal glow from the back, blowing back. And I threw a warming filter on it so it kind of matched up. Then I could use my shutter speed to get the lamps behind her exactly where I wanted them. I didn't have to worry about dealing with that. That's one of the great things about using flash, right? So my other light is just simply a B1X on the 10-foot multiflex, just using it like a regular stand, because you can use them like regular stands, right? They're normal light stands that have some special functions. You don't always have to do special things with them. So yeah, I mean, I think we got a lot of great shots in a very short time, in a small space, which was kind of the test here, right? I wanted to see how these stands would work on a location shoot, and I think they did a great job. So I want to thank Savage for asking me to do this video. I had a lot of fun with them. I'm going to be happy to use these stands a lot. They're not getting them back. They're super great, right? They were easy to travel with, much easier than my C stands. Each one comes in its own bag, so you can take as many or as few as you want. They are air cushioned too, so if people don't want that for safety, you've got that feature. And they're pretty easy to just throw in the rest of your gear. So I think that whether you're going to have a full set of these or you're going to add them to the stands you already have, they're a really good product, and you should probably look into it. So thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already and ring the bell. I'll put links in the description if you guys want to check out these Savage MultiFlex stands, and of course a link for Marisa so you guys can follow her, and I'll see you next time. Marisa did a great job, as always. Oh, that was weird. Let's try that again. Are we doing